Well, if you guys watched the previous video, which would have been from last night, I shot that doe and got back on the board, got my confidence back up. But today is October 1st, officially the great month of October. Getting pretty excited about it, but tonight I'm back with Victor. I'm gonna be filming him. He's got a lot of bucks running around on his property, and we got a pretty marginal north wind, but a pretty strong west wind with pretty heavy gusts. That's supposed to last all night. So we're gonna try to sneak into an area that he's been looking at. We hunted down there last year, and we had a bunch of bucks come running around, but that was like mid-October. But we're gonna head back roughly to that same area and hopefully get some bucks up on hooves. He's been getting a bunch of photos of some really nice deer, so hopefully we can have something come through tonight. Fingers crossed. Victor and I just got set up on this big trail crossing that he's had a camera on over the last couple years, and he's gotten a lot of good bucks moving through this trail. Pretty much the end of September and early October, he's gotten a lot of movement in this area of the property, so that's going to be our game plan for tonight. It's going to be a really, really close quarter shot if it ends up happening tonight. Just behind me, there's a big pine ridge that they come up out of, and then there's a big field that's pretty much all CRP and just grown up buckthorn and a bunch of just randomest habitat, I guess. But both sides have phenomenal bedding, and there's ag on both sides of us. So this is just kind of like a transition area that they're moving through. But we're up in the saddles tonight, and one of the best parts about having this setup for us is that I can look one way and he can look the other, so we can constantly be checking these trails, kind of watch each other's backs, because these deer are going to pop up out of nowhere. We're pretty sure we kicked up a deer on the way in here. Never got eyes on it, but it sure sounded like hooves hitting the ground. Tuesday, October 8th. I'm back over hunting with my buddy Victor today. If you guys have been keeping up with us, we've been getting into them, just not the bucks that we were looking for. I shot a doe, my buddy Vince shot a doe, and Victor was actually out hunting by himself a couple days ago and had a couple bucks come by, just wasn't able to get a shot on something. So he invited me out to come film tonight. And that's exactly what I'm doing, but we pushed into a section of woods that we called a buck out of last year, and then a buck at last light actually went back into these woods. The way the wind sets up and the way these trails move through here is we're gonna have to let these deer almost walk right past us, and then they can either go to the left and we can get a shot if they go to the left, but if they go to the right, they go up into his neighbors and we can't shoot. Even though they're within shooting distance, legally we can't shoot. But it's about 4:30 right now. Wind is supposed to be coming out of the northwest. But down in this bowl it can swirl a lot more, and with what wind we do have, it's staying relatively consistent, so that's always a plus. But we're gonna just try to be as quiet as we can, because these things can just show up out of nowhere. But I'm excited. Hopefully be able to get a shot on something. If not, at least be able to get eyes on something and use that to potentially make a move for the next day. He's almost to the willow thicket. Walking the edge. Just about to go into the grass. It's behind the brush right now. I don't know. Oh, there he is.
Well, that's gonna wrap that hunt up. It was went pretty much exactly as how we wanted it to, just except for the fact of releasing an arrow. But we ended up having that 6x5 come out in his neighbor's field, and it was just great to lay eyes on that deer. It was the same deer that actually came through at last light last year. I think would have been mid-October, starting to kind of lean into the end of October, but they're up moving a little bit earlier than what we've been seeing, so that gets us pretty excited. Hopefully these bucks are starting to move more, gonna start getting into pre-rut, and exactly what I'm looking forward to. Gonna be trying a bunch of different ground setups, gonna try to call a bunch of different bucks, and we're just gonna see what happens. But I'm excited. I think Victor's still gonna be hunting, so he might even tag out while I'm gone, but we'll definitely get some photos uploaded if he does end up tagging out. Not that I don't want him to do good and shoot a deer, but I would rather have him not see it so I can come and film it. Just being greedy. But we'll see you guys on the next one.